Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, let's talk about the importance of playing by ear or yung wido kung tawagin nila. No? How important is it, especially for professional musicians, no? Or even hobbyists. No? Akala kasi ng karamihan, when we talk about playing by ear, it's like it's a different world or a different realm compared to playing with a score, no, or note reading, no. But it's actually more of a complementary thing rather than two separate worlds. Okay? Yeah. So pag-usapan natin for today's video. So a lot of people nga think that playing by ear is only a talent. Parang pag magaling siya magtenga, hanggang dun na lang yun, no. But it's not actually the case, no. Sometimes you really need to be able to play by ear, especially for string players like us, no. Kasi, for example, if you're playing with a group, kahit may pyesa yan, sometimes, no, singers would want to transpose or ililipat nila ng key yung kinakanta nila, no? Sa mga pianist or keyboard players, they could simply press a button, read the same set of notes, and play it at a different key. No, sa guitar, meron tayong nilalagay na capo para mag-change ng key. But for string players, you have to rely on your ears, essentially. Diba? Kahit may pyesa dyan sa harap mo, kung hindi mo alam na kung paano siya ililipat or change into a different key, for example, you have to really be playing by ear, no? Kasi parang mawawala na yung saysay nung score in front of you. Of course, the score is there. No, note reading is really essential if you want to really grow in this industry or really thrive in becoming a musician. But also, learning how to play by ear is as important, no? Not just in a gig setting, no? Akala natin sa mga weddings lang. Sometimes even with larger groups, no? String groups, no? Orchestras. Syempre, importante na you know how to listen, no? Of course, playing by ear is not just about listening and being able to get it on your instrument agad, no? Yan. So, you can also develop it. Akala kasi ng iba talent lang siya, no? It's also a skill that you can use, no? So, people tend to, listen to a lot of recordings, for example, tapos ginagaya na nila. And even if you're note reading, essentially kasi, what you're reading is just a guide, no? At the end of the day, it's still your ears, your body, your mind who controls everything that you're playing, no? The notes that you're reading are there to help you guide. Parang guide lang talaga sila on the structure, on the form, on what notes you need to play. But essentially, you're still gonna play from memory if you're playing for concerts, di ba? Or recitals, minimemorize mo din. So, essentially, you're playing by ear, di ba? No, na hindi nakikita ng karamihan. No? But yeah, it's a skill that is really needed. Kasi nga, kapag hindi ka marunong tumugtog ng narinig mo, you're very limited on what you can play or do, no? Hindi naman all the time you need a score in order for you to play certain things. Of course, knowing how to read notes, mas mapapadali, no? If magkaroon ng emergency and you have a set of scores in front of you, it's easier. Kasi if you're gonna play by ear, what you really need is time, okay? What do we mean by that? We need time to learn the sequence, no, kung saan pumupunta yung mga nota, ano yung nangyayari. We have to learn the key, no, we have to learn where the key changes are happening, what's happening with the rhythms, no. So it's really a whole spectrum of things that you need when you are playing by ear. Hindi mo siya pwedeng on the go pag latag mo ng pyesa or pag kinig mo nung backing track, matutugtog mo na agad yung melodies na kailangan mo. So, it's pretty time consuming now kung yun lang yung alam mong gawin. But, for example, if there's a popular song na meron namang music score na readily available, instead of using your ears to just follow along, at least you have a score to rely on. No? So, meron siyang, kumbaga pagsasamahin mo lagi yung note reading and playing by ear in order for you to get the best out of both worlds, ika, no? So, yun. So, hindi naman din masama na sabihin na you need to really learn how to play by ear. There are some musicians naman na nahihirapan mag-play by ear, no? But it's a skill if you want to really work on in this industry na kailangan mo talaga marunong kang mabilis mag-recognize ng pitches, not just pitches but also the rhythms, no? Kasi importante talaga na lahat kaya mo agad magawa, no? You need to practice this as well, no? Hindi din siya parang, oh, ayun na, buti pa si ganito, talented siya, kaya niya agad gawin. Yeah, there are people who easily recognize pitches, but you can also train yourself to do it as well, no? So how do you do that? So, number one is, you need to listen to what you want to play, no? You listen to recordings, you listen to backing tracks para alam mo kung ano yung gagawin mo. And of course, you have to practice playing scales. Siguro yun yung pinaka-importante if you wanna learn how to play by ear, is you have to practice a lot of scales in different keys, in different time signatures as well, no? In different rhythms, no? Kasi you have to be able to recognize pitch, you have to be able to recognize rhythm, you have to be able to recognize the tempo, no? Siguro secondary na rin yung chord progressions, but if you understand theory, no, when you play by ear, mas madali kasi it tends to be predictable, especially if you're just playing pop songs, no? Very predictable yung patterns, very predictable kung saan siya pupunta, but sometimes, of course, there are changes that could happen na you really need to listen, no? Bottom line in playing by ear is listening, not just for pitches nga, kasi madali naman hanapin yung pitch once you understand key signatures, kung nasang scale ka, sang scale naka-base yung piniplay mo, and the rhythms are easy if you understand tempo, no? So yun, dahan-dahan, it's really going to also be a process if you're not really good with your ears, no? Matagal din na pag-aaral. So I think pwede namang pagsabayan yung note reading and playing by ear, no? If you're already learning how to play with music in front of you with a score, you can also learn how to play by ear, no? The same practice, same principles. The difference is wala ka lang visual cue when you're playing by ear. So you really have to rely with your ears, di ba? Yan. And if you understand how that works, it would be easy for you, no? And you can translate that to your playing as well. Kasi di ba, when you're playing classical pieces, no, for example, may score ka man, you still need to listen to recordings, you need to understand how to interpret, and when you're training your ears that way, mas mabilis mo ding makukuha, no? Sabi nga nung teacher ko before, the easiest way to learn something is to copy, to imitate what others are doing, no? If may narinig kang magandang recordings, if wala ka pa dun sa level of artistry that you need to be in, you can listen and try to copy it in a way na mapapalabas mo rin yung gusto mong sound, no? So, even in formal classical training, ears are very important. So, why not develop it for pop songs? Why not develop it for your classical music, no? So, sa lahat ng bagay, if you want to be a well-rounded musician, you can't just rely on scores and theory alone. You also have to rely on your ears. Maybe you could also learn how to improvise because of learning how to listen. So, at the end of the day kasi, listening is one of the most important skills that you need to have in order to be a successful musician. Whether you're playing piano, whether you're playing violin, viola, cello, wind instruments, everything, no? Because, again, we rely on sounds in order for us to produce the best sound as well that we want, or tone that we want. So, being able to use your ears to your advantage will help you a lot to become a more well-rounded musician. And sana nakatulong tong video na to. If you did, please do drop a like, comment down below more content you'd like to see, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my socials. All links you need down in the description box below. This has been Ryan Monakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.